Today we're going to talk about something a little different. I am a Star Wars fan. Some of you are aware that Riley and I just did a review of the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. I'll link it below in the description section if you're interested. But I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid. And during the golden age of LucasArts, back in the 90s, with games like TIE Fighter and Dark Forces. So I was very, very excited when this was officially announced, a remaster to Dark Forces by Night Dive Studios. At first I was thinking, okay, is this some sort of mod or something that's being fan made that's just gonna get shut down? No, it's legit, and we're gonna read about it, and I'm going to maybe react to the trailer. I'll probably just keep the audio off just to keep them from copyright claiming me or striking me. Hopefully Night Dive Studios won't do that, especially since I'm a huge Dark Forces Jedi Knight fan. Today at Gamescom, we're excited to announce Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster. Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster coming soon. PS4, PS5, I'm definitely picking this up by the way. Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC on Steam. Stay tuned for release date. Oh god, I loved this game so much when I was a kid. Now some people will say, oh, it's just another Doom Wolfenstein clone. It is so much more than that. I mean, there are things in this game that revolutionized FPS, and yeah, I'm not a big FPS guy today, but back in the day, I love the original Doom, and I did enjoy Wolfenstein. But when it comes to Dark Forces, I put it on a level higher than Doom or Wolfenstein. I know, some people may disagree with that, and you're fine to do so, but as a Star Wars fan, I don't care. So, yes, I'm absolutely going to be playing this whenever it comes out, and hopefully it'll be good. It is being done by Night Dive Studios. I think they've got a pretty good history and resume, so that's promising. All right, so we're going to watch the trailer. Once again, I'm going to mute it, and I'm going to link the trailer below in the description section. Full credit to Night Dive Studios, so please don't copyright claim me or strike me. Yeah, I am going to be picking up the game, by the way, and streaming it. So I don't know if we'll play it. Maybe we'll just clip through it and just look at different scenes that excite me. So that's what we'll do. So obviously the old LucasArts logo. Oh, so many memories with this logo. So many great games. The X-Wing TIE Fighter series, Indiana Jones. You had, Escape from Monkey Island. You also had so many other fun and good games. Outlaws. I loved Outlaws. Sam & Max Hit the Road. That's the one I was forgetting about. I loved that game. But they had some great games back in the 90s and the 2000s before LucasArts was shut down. But it's so good to see one of my favorites, Dark Forces Remaster. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Alright, so let's look. What else we got? We got the Dark Forces logo remastered. That's nice. Yeah, looks good. So far, so good. So, oh yeah, they are going to be redoing the cutscenes. Cutscenes, not bad. Bear in mind, this is pre-alpha footage, so it's not the final product. It'll probably look better once the game does come out. You have this scene where Vader looks way better in the cutscenes than he did in the OG version of Dark Forces. He actually turns around here. That definitely looks much better. The interior of the Star Destroyer, or Super Star Destroyer, I think this is the Executor. That was his flagship. And of course, you have the Rebel Alliance. You have the Moldy Crow's back. So, yeah, the Moldy Crow. That was the ship for Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors. And those are 2 of the main characters in Dark Forces. So, classic FPS adventure. Yeah. And of course, yeah, I love this game. I mean, yeah, some of you are probably like, oh, graphically. Yeah, it looks awful compared to modern games. But fun factor is where it's at. Plus the sound effects, the music, killing Imperial soldiers and stormtroopers and dark troopers. Dark troopers were introduced in Dark Forces, by the way. And of course, these Imperial probe droids and all these different weapons you had with Kyle Katarn. And of course, okay, here's a comparison. This is the original version of one of the cutscenes with Darth Vader, and I forgot the general's name, but he was in charge of the Dark Trooper program. And so they changed it. Oh, that definitely looks way better. So yeah, I mean the cutscenes remastered, actual remaster, much better. And by the way, the voice actor for Vader did a good job. He's not James Earl Jones. I forgot the guy's name, but he is a very convincing Vader. They also used him for TIE Fighter, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty good Darth Vader imitation voiced by that voice actor. But of course, there's the Dark Troopers. I think this is a cool scene in the game. And then, of course, more cutscenes. This is... Oh, I don't want to spoil anything, so let's not do that. And then they obviously improved this. There's Kyle Katarn before he gets the beard in Dark Forces 2. And, of course, Jedi Outcast and then Jedi Knight. And, yeah, he plays a key role when it comes to the Death Star plans prior to Rogue One. So I guess him and Jan Ors are basically just Star Wars Legends characters now. But there was a time when a lot of us considered this to be Star Wars canon back in the day. The exploits of Kyle Katarn and, of course, Jan Ors. And, of course, there's Mon Mothma. There's General Akbar right there in the background. And, yeah, the cutscenes absolutely look way better. So, you know, tip of my hat to Night Dive Studios. Amazing. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Coming soon. And there was different worlds that you would go to. So there's different missions, obviously. And I think it's a pretty decent story, especially from the 90s. It was a good story. I thought the voice acting was phenomenal. And you do run into some other Star Wars characters that I won't mention. But it's obviously set during the Galactic... Well, the very early days of the Galactic Civil War. And yeah, it's a great game. It still holds up today. I mean, you know, like I said, graphically, of course, it's not going to look as good as modern FPSs. But a lot of modern FPSs suck, so why does that matter? But yeah, I'm really, really excited. Plus, you get all these different guns you can use as Kyle Katarn. And then another droid you can destroy and blast to bits. And then there's, I think that's a Dark Trooper. I think I saw a Crate Dragon. So yeah, this is what the Crate Dragons used to look like before Mandalorian. They kind of changed the look of the Crate Dragons. So yeah, there were Crate Dragons you have to kill in Dark Forces. But yeah, this is a great game. Oh yeah, there's another Dark Trooper right there. All right, so yeah, this game is amazing. I cannot wait for the Dark Forces Remaster to come out later this year, hopefully. And once again, it will be available across numerous platforms. PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, PC via Steam. And it says a release date announcement later this year. I hope that means that it's actually coming out later this year. But at the same time, I don't want Night Dive Studios to feel rushed when it comes to remastering this beloved game by many old school Star Wars gamers like myself. And I hope that the remaster does well, sell-wise. And I hope that other old school LucasArts Star Wars games get remastered, like TIE Fighter. I love TIE Fighter. I know it's part of the TIE Fighter X-Wing saga, but I was always more of a TIE Fighter fan than an X-Wing fan when it came to that series. And a lot of people would like to see Shadow of the Empire remastered. And like some other LucasArts games that have been, I think Escape from Monkey Island has been remastered. You know, Sam and Max, Outlaws. I would love an Outlaws remaster. I mean, long before Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Revolver, there was Outlaws, and that was a really good FPS Western, and it had a really good story to it. And I did want to actually stream that leading up to Red Dead Redemption 2, but I could never get it to work properly on GOG, along with like OBS. An outside issue trying to get a gun to work properly. Of course, I used the Steam version, but anyways, yeah, just another remaster that I'm looking forward to. See, I don't have a problem with like old school games getting remastered that are like decades old from the 90s, where a lot of people today weren't around and never had the opportunity to play it. And this older gamers that have fond memories of playing Dark Forces get a chance to go back to Dark Forces and beat Kyle Katarn again. Yeah, I'm glad that this is happening, and it does look like it's a pretty faithful, well-made remaster by Night Dive Studios. And yes, I will definitely be picking this up and streaming it on my channel. I know most of the time I don't play FPSs. It's not really my thing these days, but I do have my exceptions, and Dark Forces is definitely a big exception for me. Dark Forces Remaster, hopefully coming later this year, or maybe it's coming in early 2024. Can't wait for the announcement. Can't wait for it to come out. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding Star Wars Dark Forces. And is there any other old school LucasArts game that you would like to see properly remastered? Feel free and let us know below in the comments section.